Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to a brand new video. This video is your review for the Everton 1, Leeds United 1. We got a 1-1 draw. We take a point in this game. It's not a bad result and against a team that I think are really good. Like, I think Everton are a good team. I know they had some players missing. Would have liked the win. We took the 1-0 win early, the lead early, sorry. I'll go through the goal and we'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about some performances. We'll go through each half. So the first half, the goal, it was a brilliantly worked goal. Rodon firstly wins the header. Stack with a beautiful cross, by the way. Great cross into the box. Goes past DCL. Aronson leaves it, which is what I like about Aronson because he's not selfish. Like a lot of attackers in that situation, you could argue, would have tried to turn and shoot, but instead he leaves it. James Justin, great finish in the back of the net. We're 1-0 up, and we had a chance right after we went 1-0 up where DCL hits the post. It's so unlucky. The ball gets whipped in. Can't even remember who crossed it, but yeah, I think it might have been Bogle again. I think it might have been Bogle, and it gets into the box, and DCL hits the post. So unfortunate for him because it could have been 2-0 in the first half. And then we went into halftime 1-0 up. I thought towards the end of the first half, they looked like the better team. I thought they started the better team. Most of the first half, we were the better team through the middle. And then up near the end, they were a bit dangerous. We came out in the second half and played pretty similar. They made two subs, bringing on Braithwaite and Drewsbury Hall. They were more on the ball. They had like all the ball. We kind of sat back defensively for most of this half. There's some things that I'm frustrated with. Of course, they scored to make it 1-1, and it's just so frustrating the way we concede goals and in moments and how far sit back we were. And it was coming. Like, they had a couple of chances that the goal was coming based off how we were playing and how they were playing. The cross comes in by Gay, and then Barry just puts in the back of the net. Great finish. He gets a headed ball now and sticks it in the goal. Very good goal. Before then, Darlow made a brilliant save before then when they had a chance, and he had another chance, Barry, and it was a great save by Darlow. But then he couldn't keep this one out. It was a good finish, and they went 1-1. We made some subs after that, bringing on Longstaff, Okafor, and Buonanotte. They came on, didn't really do much. We had a couple of half chances, you would say, near the end, but yeah, 1-1 draw at the end. The sub early on was Guerrero for Tanaka in the 66th minute. And this just shows me, again, why I don't think Tanaka should be starting games. Because he's not performing when he comes off the bench. I'm sorry, he's just not. People think, oh, he should have started because he got the pre-assist against Fulham. He got the pass that led to the goal against Fulham. But I thought most of that game, when he came off the bench, he was poor. And in this game, again, he comes off the bench. He didn't offer anything. And the thing that frustrated me the most about this, now, I think Tanaka's a great footballer. But the thing that frustrated me the most is Aronson will get the ball, or someone will get the ball and will start attacking, and no midfielder would follow him. There was a couple of times where Aronson had some space and he got into some space. No midfielder would follow him. So it's just Aronson, DCL, and everyone else just sitting back, not moving. That's what it was. And when you've come off the bench in the 66th minute, and these things are happening when you've been on the pitch for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you've not been on the pitch that long. You should be the legs in midfield that's running to support Aronson in those situations. We would get it forward, and then what would Aronson have to do? What would Bogle have to do? What would anyone who has the ball have to do? They have to just smash it long to DCL, and then there was no one else in the midfield. And then there's moments where the ball gets into the midfield, and there's just 5 Everton players surrounding the ball, and there's no Leeds players. Like, where is everybody? Why are we sitting that far back? Now, Fark probably got the tactics right in the first half. He probably got the subs wrong and the tactics wrong in the second half. Now, Fark can have this because he's had so many good performances where the subs have worked and he's changed games and he's turned things around. But this performance, I don't think was great from Fark from a manager point of view. I think we sat back too long and way too early, and we started doing that early. But the frustrating thing is when you bring on subs, I'm sorry, but when you bring on Tanaka in the 66th minute, what do you bring him on for? Especially when they have all the ball, to be those legs in midfield, to get onto the ball, to give players options to pass to. But Aronson would get the ball, and I'm saying Aronson because it was mostly Aronson. He would try and get into the space, and there'll be no one there to pass to. I don't know where he is. And that was poor. And then when Longstaff, Okafor, and Buonanotte came on, I thought they offered something. I mean, Buonanotte had that half chance at the end that went for a corner. We had 2 corners when they came on. The thing that I think Fark got wrong with the subs again is not bringing on Mecha. I would have brought on Mecha instead of Okafor and had Mecha and DCL in the front 2. And I said this before Tanaka came on. I wanted to see Mecha come on, have a front 2, and play Aronson in behind that front 2. Because I just think we were getting out the physical battle. They were outdoing us. Also, Mecha won us the game in the last game he came on. And in the front 2, Mecha's a very good footballer in the front 2. And I just feel like you play him in that front 2 with Aronson in behind with DCL up front as well. It's way better than what we did. We made those subs. I don't think they offered a lot. As I said, I thought Longstaff's corners, he had 2 of them. They were poor, but he's only just come back. I'm not going to have a go at him. It's the first minutes he's had since coming back from an injury. Buonanotte's come on for 5 minutes as well. Well, they all did. 10 minutes probably because 5 minutes of added time. Buonanotte and Longstaff both coming on. Buonanotte's played no football this season. Longstaff's been injured and not played football for a while. Okafor should be the spark. Okafor should be the spark. I wouldn't have brought Okafor on, though. I would have brought Metro on, the guy that won the game against Fulham, who I think has been, good when he's come off the bench this season. He's been a clutch player, and you don't bring him on when we need a goal. I think that's, that's poor management. But I think Clark's been great this season, managing-wise. So when he's had a poor performance in the way of tactics, especially in the second half, I think he was fine in the first and it was great in the first. But the second half, the tactics in the second half didn't work. And that's what got Everton back into the game and made Everton score. Like, the goal was coming because of how many chances they had. And Fuck needed to be a bit better in those situations. But we'll go through player ratings now and go through them. Carl Darlow, as I said before, it was 1-1, made a brilliant save. Barry took a shot, and it was a brilliant save. One hand palms it out. I thought he was good in goal today. I'm going to give him a 7. Rodon again, thought he had a good performance. I thought he was great at the back. Defensively, he's always solid, so I'm going to give him a 7-2. Bourne now, he made a great block again before they made it 1-1 where they had a chance and he blocked it well. Defensively, I thought he's been great. When he's been called upon this season as a backup centre-back, I think he's been great. Going to give him a 6.5. Pascal Struijk, I thought was good again defensively. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I think the back three were great today. Great defensive work. James Justin, I expected probably less than what I got from him. I think he gave us more than what I expected going forward, especially playing on that left side and not the right side, which is his preferred position. He got the goal to put us 1-0 up, good finish. And I thought performance-wise, he was good down that left side, and he was attacking at times. I'm going to give him a 7. You got your midfield, you got your other fullback. Sorry, we'll go to the other fullback, Bogle. Good performance again from Bogle. There was a couple of times where he sprayed a ball, good crosses, put him in dangerous areas. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think he was not as good as James Justin, but it was still a good performance. The midfield 2, I thought Ethan Ampadu was great. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was great today. And Gruev next to him. What do you expect from Gruev? Just a good defensive performance. I thought he was good again. People hate him because he's not this attacking, free-flowing, skillful player, but he'll give you what you need defensively. 7 for me. I think he was good. The 2 in behind the striker, which was Stack and Aarons, and Stack, of course, does well to get the assist. For the goal for James Justin. I thought performance-wise, he was a bit dangerous. He was dangerous in this game. Going to give him a 7.5. Brendan Aronson, for me, was my man of the match. Again, my man of the match. I thought he was brilliant in the first half. A bit different in the second half, just due to the fact of us being just defend, and we didn't really have the ball. And when we did get the ball, as I kept saying, every time he got the ball, no one was with him. There was no one to pass, so he had to do everything himself or attempt everything himself. Thought the first half he was brilliant, and when we actually had the ball and had the possession and had the control of the game, which we did for most of the first half, he was phenomenal. He was the best player on the pitch, and I think he still was, by the end of the game, the best player on the pitch for us. I'm going to give him man of the match and an 8.5. Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front, I thought he was good. Hold-up play, tough against two big, a physical battle, which is why I thought in this game we would play Metcha in the front two, and why I would have brought on Metcha at some point, just because that physical battle I think would have worked with the front two. He was unlucky as well, hitting the post too. That could have made us go 2-0 up. But overall, Dominic Calvert-Lewin I thought was good. I'm going to give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was good. Overall, a good performance, It's annoying that we've come away with a draw in this game, a 1-1 draw in a game where we probably could have won it. And the goal was coming when we sat back for the second half since the start. But yeah, we'll move on. Arsenal next. Very tough game. But against Everton, good point. The gap goes up to 6 points now in front of West Ham. So they did gain on us. But still, it's fine. We're getting closer to Palace and Spurs, who are dropping points every week, it seems. So we're getting closer to them, and we can drag them into it. The annoying thing is we could have been on the same point as Spurs and Palace if we won this game. But anyway, I think it's a good performance, a good point, and we'll move on to Arsenal, which I don't expect much from. I just want a good performance. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the point. It's not a bad. At least we didn't lose. I think a draw is a good performance, a good result for us. I just didn't want to lose this game. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who was your man of the match? What do you think of the performance? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.